Welcome in to the One South Coast Chamber podcast.
The official podcast of One South Coast Chamber, serving the business communities of southeastern Massachusetts.
I'm Ian Trombly, Vice President of Public Policy.
And I'm Katie Greene, Vice President of Marketing and Events, and this is the SouthCoast Scoop.
All right, so we're back.
We're back.
New Year's Eve edition?
January
New Year's,
edition. 2026 edition.
Right.
Our second podcast.
Yep, of the SouthCoast Scoop edition.
SouthCoast Scoop edition. We're getting rave reviews.
So far, so good.
From two people. No.
Two people who said it to us. That's, it's only two people who have actually mentioned it to us.
But here's the important thing, Ian, because we were talking about this yesterday. How many people, well, not how many, because it's not a lot yet, because we're building the podcast,
That's right.
But the people who are commenting to us that they've listened to the podcast is surprising.
Yes, it is.
Wow, you listen. It's a nice little pat on the back for
absolutely.
us, I think.
Yep, so continue to listen, subscribe, all those things, like, comment, share. We want to get this out. We want to help the local businesses that are having events and the local, activities that are going on. We want to boost that. This is really to support everything that's going on the South Coast, not just us, of course.
And if this is your first time listening to the South Coast Scoop, what we're doing is we're just discussing events and happenings along the South Coast.
Yep.
Our other podcasts, other events that we promote are just member businesses. This is for anyone on the South Coast. Whatever you're doing, you do not have to be a chamber member. And most of the things we're talking about I think everything we talk about is open to the general public. Right.
Yeah, so normally we do a month by month. So this is going to be the January edition with a slight exception, of course, for December 31st, New Year's Eve. We're going to talk about New Year's Eve, which hence, of course, the beautiful backdrop that
we're looking very
Katie
festive today. Yes, Katie's party supply closet.
Always doing as little as possible.
Just a tiny amount, but you look very festive in your tiny hat.
Thank you. It's the third one. The other two broke.
It is. We had a top hat for you, which you opted out of because there may or may not have been black mold on it. It's been in my basement for a long time. So I got my little disco ball headband, my disco dress,
of course,
because again I do the least amount.
Yes,
I'm not extra at all.
No. Not in the least bit.
All right, so before we get into it, do you do New Year's resolutions?
Not really.
Because you don't stick to them?
Or
are you just awesome
I try
all the time?
No. I do try to make sustainable changes, and I realize that, New Year's it's not always the time to do that, or it can be. So I'm not like a New Year's resolution Scrooge, though.
Okay.
I think it's 90% of people don't stick with their New Year's resolutions, but
and a lot of those have to do I'm going to eat better, I'm going to go to the gym. I've been guilty of that one.
But for the 10% who do stick with it throughout the year, that's a huge win. So I'm not a Scrooge, but it's not really for me.
I like to do fun ones. So one year I vowed that I was going to wear more fur that year, and faux fur. I don't do real fur unless it's a gifted vintage fur coat, because again I do the least.
That is the most insane New Year's resolution I've ever heard.
It's a fun one.
I love it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because it's just I don't want to hold myself to a standard that I know I'm ultimately going to give up on in a matter of days or weeks, right? This for 2025, I said my goal is to travel more, and I did. I traveled a little bit more this year than I took an extra trip. Which I just got back from.
Treat yourself.
Okay, yeah. Is that should we have another spin-off podcast? Treat yourself. Parks and Rec. And Rec. Ian and I are big fans of The Office. You'll probably hear a lot of Office references, so hopefully you like it.
That wasn't one of them.
That wasn't one of them. That's from, it's not an Office spin-off, but it's same creators, Parks and Rec. We love those. Okay. Anyway, so no resolution for you is what you're saying.
No, I don't think so. Okay. I am hoping to work out a little bit more, but I don't want to put that as I guess now it's on the airways.
It's on the air. It's out there. But I'm gonna give you props. Yesterday we were leaving our New Bedford office, and we have to park in the parking garage next door to our office. And there's a slight hill that we walk up, and Ian says to me, "Was that your car parked in between the second and third floor?" And I said, "Why, yes, it was." And he said, "That's a longer walk, right?"
I did say that.
I said, "Yes, but I'm not climbing 3 to 4 flights of stairs like you do. This guy parks on the 4th floor of the parking garage every day, parks in the designated
pretty much as far
parking
away
area,
as you can.
as far away as you can. And he does it, and he's not even out of breath. I've got my big pocketbook, my backpack with my laptop in it, and by the time I get up there with my giant fur coat that I wear, I'm huffing and puffing. So I would rather do one flight of stairs and then walk up a steady.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me, but
it doesn't.
I
timed it.
Yeah,
because you thought it was going to take me longer.
Yeah, but you only timed one way. We got to time the other option.
We should have timed you too. Is what we should have done.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm definitely longer. But where you normally park on the 4th floor, it's right off the stairs. So they go up like 2 flights of stairs. I try and be close
to the stairs for safety reasons specifically.
I like to park far away because it feels like I've got my own designated spot. But reality, it's just no one else wants to park that far away.
It's not a VIP spot at all. It's
no,
like
it's the
for
opposite. It's the anti-VIP.
Not employee of the month? Worst employee of the month. That's what you have. All right.
The probation period parking space.
That's it. Well, all right. Cheers to a new year. Cheers to 2026. New beginnings. We've got some changes that are happening at the chamber. We got to give Dot a little shout out. I think Dot is a staple in the New Bedford area. She's worked at the chamber. 2026 makes her 46th year at the chamber. She is retiring early in the year, and we're like the three amigos there because you're based out of the New Bedford office. I work out of both offices. But Dot is also based out of New Bedford. So when we're there together, we have a lot of laughs.
Yes, we do. Dot is. We love Dot. She started with the chamber out of high school.
I think she may have started in high.
Yes.
Did she start as an intern in high school?
I believe.
If not, you're right. It's like right out of high school.
Yeah, now I'm.
All right, we're making things up.
But regardless, it's been a long, long time. She's been instrumental to the chamber for so long.
Yes.
We're gonna miss her immensely. We love working with Dot. She's so fun. She's so genuine. No one else like her, but we couldn't love her anymore.
She is one of a kind. And Dot, I hope you're listening. I know you listened to our last episode. So if you're listening, we love you. We're going to miss you.
Yep.
She's probably crying right now. She's going to hate us. But yes, we've got some changes going on there. We've got somebody new coming in, which we're excited to welcome.
Yep.
We're not going to say who because no spoilers yet.
And at our annual meeting, she got a standing ovation from well over 200 members.
Mike surprised her, and I whispered to Mike, she's going to kill you, because I didn't know what was happening. It wasn't in the script. And he brought her out. She was out front, and I mean, that was an emotional moment.
Yeah,
it was really beautiful. I can't imagine being somewhere for 46 years and then not being there, and then having the crowd of, like you're saying, 200 plus people just on their feet applauding you. So congratulations, Dot. We love you, and we're certainly going to miss you, but we know you're not going away.
Yeah.
We know you'll be around.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So let's get into it. Before 2026 rolls around, we got some fun New Year's Eve things happening.
Yeah. So normally we should also say we go town by town and talk about the events, right? But because of New Year's, we figured let's bang those out first, talk about all the New Year's events going on, and then we'll transition to going town by town for the rest of January. Okay. So. All right, I love this place. The zoo crew knows that. New Year's Eve celebration at the Buttonwood Park Zoo. So that is going to be on December 31st, New Year's Eve, on Wednesday, 11 to 12:15.
Well, hold on. 11 a.m. to 12:15
yes.
p.m.
Right. Noon
this is
Year's
a family-friendly event at the zoo.
Yep. Kids and families can celebrate the New Year's Eve early with zoo activities and a countdown at noon, which is so cool.
Oh,
I love it.
I cut you off. I didn't read. Sorry. Not prepared for this podcast.
That's all right. Sorry. That makes more genuine conversation, right?
Sure
and
does.
Sometimes, exposes you a little bit. So, but I love everything that we do at the zoo. They put on such fun family activities. We went there for a Christmas celebration, met Santa and Mrs. Claus and some animals, and so I'm sure this is gonna be another great one.
We love the zoo crew.
Yeah.
I think we talked about the zoo crew last time. Zoo crew, we've got 3 of the girls from the zoo crew, Katie, Tabby, and Carrie, that come to our women's power lunches, and they always bring the fun.
Yeah.
Love those zoo crew.
I wouldn't
girls.
know that, but they do always bring the fun at all of our events. So.
Yes, we love them. All right, so staying in New Bedford, this is downtown New Bedford. The city celebrates New Year's Eve, obviously, again, the 31st. That's from 5 to 8 p.m., and then at 8 o'clock, there's going to be fireworks.
So this is going to be a pretty cool thing. So this is kind of the pre-celebration to the fireworks show at 8. Mm-hmm. So around downtown, my understanding is there's going to be like live music and performances and different things going on around downtown, which is really cool.
Over the harbor. So it's going to be in the Purchase Street and Harbor area. Purchase Street, so down to the harbor. Is that what it's saying basically? It's all. Is that?
Yeah, I think it's focusing on Purchase Street, but I know there's going to be events all over downtown, and then of course everyone will want to kind of make their way towards the Route 18 area to see the fireworks. So like Union Street area.
Yeah.
To see the fireworks, and one of those things. Well, are we? I don't want to skip too far ahead. Yeah.
That's all these things that we're kind of talking about. Are done by our friends at Explore New Bedford, Ashley and Amy. Yep. They're great over there. So thanks, girls, for always putting on such fun events. But yeah, go ahead.
But in that same on Purchase at the Vault, there's going to be a family dance party from 5 to 7, which is pretty cool. So you go down to the Vault, cool, free activity. They're gonna have DJ Gazelle.
Oh, Gazelle, my friend Gazelle.
Yeah, from Fun 107 is gonna be there. So good way to celebrate. Be downtown for that time period. Stop in. Have a couple dances.
It says LED performers. What's an LED performer? Are they in like all? Oh, is that when they do it like blackout and they're in the LED lights that shake? Yeah. It's
like
body,
and they dance and it looks all weird. Yeah,
just like us right now.
Yeah. So that's cool. I love that.
That looks really fun.
And then sticking at the Vault.
Okay, so this one I don't go out on New Year's Eve. I stay home, but I love.
Do you wear this?
I've worn this. So
at home?
This is my vintage. This is circa 2007, I said. I wore this I had a party at home in 2007 when I bought this at Forever 21.
Wow.
Rest in peace, Forever 21. I don't think they really exist anymore.
Yeah.
I am not Forever 21, unfortunately. I was not 21 when I bought it either, but I'll pretend I am. Anyway, 7-Day Weekend is the name of a band.
Yes.
Ian thought it was something to do.
I thought it was the name of the celebration. Like, we're about to kick off a big long weekend.
No.
Nope. Okay.
7-Day Weekend is the name of a band. I love 7-Day Weekend. I've seen them. I haven't seen them in a long time, but I have seen them a few times over the years, and they are awesome. They put on like a legit performance.
Yeah.
A legit, like they've got all kinds of stuff. So they're going to also be at the Vault, and then that starts at 9 p.m. And it goes until 1 a.m. There is a cost for those, so it's $35 a person for general admission. If you want to reserve a table of 4, which includes a bottle of bubbly, that's $160.
That's a great deal.
Yeah. I mean, 7-Day Weekend, midnight countdown, dancing, champagne toast. Yeah. That's fantastic. And we're going to mention, because I don't think we've talked about it yet, any of the events that we talk about today are going to be available with links to them on our website at onesouthcoast.com/SouthCoast Scoop.
Right. So then transitioning over to Westport on New Year's Eve. This one I really excited about. This is pretty cool. So on New Year's Eve, there's a few things going on at White's. They are going to have a New Year's Eve celebration from 6:30 to 12:30 in the morning. It's $92 for an individual ticket, or you can get a private table for 8 people. There's going to be, let's see.
With a discount. Private table, I think, is my math wrong, or is my math right?
Don't put me on the spot like that. $685 for a private table of 8.
I think that is a discount, but,
So that's going to have dinner, party favors, bunch of hits, old school classics. It is a discount.
$85, 85.63 cents per person.
All right. So you can go to White's. I think they're going to have 2 parties going at White's.
Yeah.
And you can have a great time there. At the same time, you want to talk about the next morning, what they've got going on?
Yes. I guess
not at the same time. The next morning.
Yes. The party keeps going for those people who are not extra at all. No, for people who like to start their morning, I've done, not at White's, but I have done this at other places. I love to start New Year's Day. My husband and I would go out for a New Year's Day brunch.
Okay.
Have a little champagne, toast to the new year, because most times I've fallen asleep by midnight. I wake up with 1 minute to go, and then I go right back to sleep. Mm-hmm. This is going to be at 11 a.m. at White's. $39 for adults. Kids 4 to 12 are $17, and if you are ages 0 months to
No, 0 to 3 years, I think.
Yeah,
right?
0 months to 3 years.
0 months, sure.
Should I
Okay,
say 0
if you were
months?
just born.
3 and under. How about I say,
There you
say
go.
it like that? 3 and under are $5.
Yeah.
So they're going to have, White's has a lovely, we have their breakfast buffet. We just had it the other week at our annual meeting. They do a lovely breakfast buffet. So this is going to be a lavish one with omelet and waffle stations, and you get a complimentary mimosa or Bloody Mary. We just talked about Bloody Marys when we were out for our staff holiday party.
Right, and how good they are, right,
and how
Katie?
awful they are. Cold tomato soup,
It's not cold tomato. You just have no taste. That's the problem.
No, and listen, your Bloody Mary, you said it was phenomenal. I'm sure it was, because we were at a place that everything is always phenomenal.
I didn't have one. Mike did.
Mike had a virgin Bloody Mary.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But it was lacking. When I hear Bloody Mary, I like all those things on top of it. The bacon and the pickles.
I agree. Yeah, for sure.
I feel I've had one Bloody Mary in my life that I've liked, and it had mini sliders on them. Pickles,
now that's doing
bacon.
the most. Yeah, no wonder you would like
Yes.
it. Yeah, okay. So
I love that.
I do, for the most part. There's obviously not great Bloody Marys here and there, but for the most part, it's a...
Listen, give me a mimosa, a Bellini, champagne over a Bloody Mary any day.
I'm not going to hate on those, but...
I don't love tomato. Tomatoes I could take or leave, you know?
Well...
All right, anyway, White's.
So if you like both of those ideas, right? The party on New Year's Eve, the breakfast the next morning, White's is doing an awesome package. You can have party at White's across the street, walk across the street to one of their hotels.
Yeah, they have
stay overnight, and then walk back across the street in the morning for brunch.
And safe. That's the safe
exactly.
thing.
No driving. That's a dangerous night.
No drinking and driving. Yep. First, no drinking and driving. We want everybody to be safe.
Yep.
But if you're not drinking and you don't want to drive because it's not safe. I love that they do this. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
So it starts at $450 for 2 people if you do the combination of the New Year's Eve party, the brunch, and the hotel.
Yeah.
I think that is. I think that's a pretty good deal.
It is a pretty good deal for sure.
You've got the complimentary Bloody Marys and the mimosas and the brunch and the party beforehand and a hotel. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, moving on to New Year's Day. If you're looking to work off some of that celebration from the night before.
Get some fresh air, clear out your pores of all the alcohol.
Exactly. There's a New Year's Day hike at the Dyke Creek Reserve in Dartmouth. That's going to be on the 1st, of course, at 10 a.m. at the Dyke Creek Reserve at 177 Bakerville Road in South Dartmouth. So a nice free event, guided winter walk with Dartmouth Natural Resource Trust. Should be beautiful.
And it's along coastal trail. See that? I'm not a woodsy girl. I'm not like you.
Mm-hmm.
Ian loves the woods.
Yes, I do.
I don't, but coastal trails, that has a nice ring to it for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, and what about polar plunge? You ever done a polar plunge?
I have not.
I have not either. But I'm sure there's a lot of polar plunges going around.
Yes, I think we have 2 coming up.
We do?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're skipping ahead. No, I don't think we skipped it.
No, I think we just have it in the wrong order. We'll get back to that. I don't want us to miss it. Oh, yeah, but there is a polar plunge. Right here, Fort Phoenix in Fairhaven is doing a polar plunge. Mm-hmm. It starts at 8:30 a.m. with the registration. When do I have to register? Why have to register to run into the water for 5 seconds?
It's a fundraiser. They want to know how many.
It's a fundraiser?
Well, it's free, and
scholarship fundraiser.
Yeah, it's a scholarship fundraiser.
Okay. So you
for the high school
plunge.
kids. Yeah.
You paid a plunge.
No. I believe it's free to do the plunge, but I think they have things you can purchase there to raise money for the scholarships.
Okay. Next time I'm going to do my homework better, guys.
Yeah. So just register.
Okay, but the plunge is happening at 10 a.m.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yep.
I'm going to tell you something I got into this year.
Okay.
The sauna thing, and then you go and do a cold plunge.
Right.
My friend and I did it in September. This little sauna on the beach at Little Compton, at South Shore Beach in Little Compton. It's amazing. We felt like completely regenerated. Doing it. So you do 15 minutes in the sauna, and then you can do up to 15 minutes in the ocean if you want to do that. We actually just signed up again to do it in January.
Oh my goodness.
Because we loved it so much. So I am now I don't know if I could go from being just regular plunging into the ocean like that, because people are doing this cold plunge thing is a movement.
Yes, it is. People are doing it. My sister just built a sauna and cold plunge, so she can do this at home. Yep.
I wish your sister lived closer.
I know.
And I'd pay her a rental fee.
I know. They should do that.
Listen, I gotta say, they say there's a lot of health benefits to it.
Yes, yeah.
Don't ask me what they are, because it's a long list, and I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving medical advice.
Yeah, no. I know it's definitely been trendy, though. People like doing that. Shocks the system, kind of wakes you up, starts your day, like, super fresh, I guess.
I'm telling you, I never felt better when we did that. Yeah. All right, so should we go back to Westport? We're kind of bopping around. That was my fault.
We were going to... I feel like you should talk about Crazy Bingo.
All right, I will talk about Crazy Bingo. Where is it? Oh, right here. Okay.
I set you up for that. You want me to take this one?
You did. That's a lot. No. All right. Crazy Bingo, Rachel. So we're back with our friends at La France. This is Saturday, January 17th, from 7 to 10 p.m. Okay, that's funny pricing. $23.18 for general admission and $30.65.
Must be a fee attached.
Plus an extra bingo card. Yeah. Okay.
So you can $23 for general admission, or it looks like there's a general admission plus where you get an extra bingo card for $30.
Yes.
Just
now, Crazy Bingo, I think you win big prizes. I don't know for sure, but my sister did this national thing. I forget what it's called. Something along the lines of Crazy Bingo up in Boston. And my sister, there's like, I don't know, over 1,000 people there, if not more, thousands. Really? My sister won the grand prize.
What?
She won it about a year. It was right around this time a year ago.
Wow.
The grand prize. She won a trip to Vegas. Out of all these people, my sister won. So and they went and they had a lovely time in Vegas in February. Yeah. So I don't know if they have prizes like that, but it sounds great. They're gonna have music, bar service, game night. It's gonna be a fun time. So that's at Rachel's Lakeside. Okay, what's up next, sir?
All right, I want to jump because we're
talking about polar plunge.
Yeah, and I know there's another one. Okay. It's in Onset. Okay, so I'm gonna jump ahead here, so don't kill me. Polar plunge, Onset Bay Polar Plunge on New Year's Day. Another New Year's Day Polar Plunge at 10 a.m. You can register on site. But it's free thing. I think it's let's see here, support local causes, costumes, hot cocoa, and a big crowd energy. So another fun way to start off the year. And beautiful Onset, which we talked about last time. Yeah,
so. I got to make it down there.
Yes.
You know what? Katie's New Year's resolution, number 1, make it to Onset.
Okay, that's a reasonable one.
See, I like to do fun ones.
Yep.
I like to do fun ones. Okay.
Vision board? New Year Vision board at K&A Creation. In Fairhaven on Friday, January 2nd. So you explained vision boards and collages to me last time.
I did.
Yeah, so it looks like...
Yes, and you made fun of me for saying, I know what a collage is.
I did.
You did. But vision boarding is great. I did a vision board for 2025. I'm trying to think what's on it and what I manifested on it. I think nothing.
You put nothing on it, or you accomplished none of it?
I did not manifest one thing on that list. I have to go back and look.
Jeez. Okay.
I'm thinking of like 2 big things that were on there.
Low bar for 26 then, all right?
I got to set that bar really low.
Yeah.
I got to set it really low.
Just visit on set.
That's it. But anyway, so that's going to be Friday, January 2nd from 6 to 8 p.m. On Alden Road in Fairhaven. It is ticketed, so you want to go see the event for pricing. But it's going to be a guided vision board night, and they'll provide all the supplies for you, and just do it in a cozy, creative space and set your goals and your intentions, what you want to manifest, and do a better job than I did of manifesting, because apparently I failed miserably.
Well, we don't even know because you can't remember, but you might have failed miserably. You might have nailed it.
I'm just thinking of like 2 big things I had on there, and 100% I did not manifest those.
You want to share what those were?
Well, I will. Listen, people, you just love to make fun of me. My goal as a dog mom is to have another car, like my husband has a fun car. We have a regular car. My husband has a fun car, right?
Okay.
I want a fun car, but I want a convertible Mini Cooper for my dogs.
This is what you put on your vision
board?
A
Mini Cooper.
Okay.
And I could have done it.
I see why we're going with visit Onset for next year.
Exactly. I will have it. I will have some type of convertible for them because my dogs love it.
Seems like a 10-year, vision board.
I don't need like a brand new one. I don't care if it's an old one as long as it's a convertible.
Okay.
I looked at them this year, but I almost got one, then I didn't.
Okay.
So
Adding a fourth car to the...
A fourth car. I know.
house.
Or sell one and then we'll replace it.
Is that going to be Jamie's fun car? Uh-oh.
No, Jamie and I had a conversation about the other day. It was his idea.
All right.
And now it's out there, Jamie. So it's all Ian's fault.
All right.
So you know.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, Jamie. Sorry, Sparky.
Going back, another New Year's celebration, but not on New Year's. Live New Year celebration at the Liberal Club. So this is going to be on the Saturday. That's why they're doing it. So a Saturday night party, January 3rd at 8 o'clock at the Liberal Club. They're going to be doing a big New Year celebration. So no cover charge, but there's going to be a live band, dancing, late night celebration at the Historic Liberal Club.
I've never heard it referred to as the Historic Liberal Club. It is a Fall River staple, that's for sure.
Yes.
The Narrows Center.
Yeah, looks like they've got several events going on.
They always have some great events going on. So they have a couple of bands coming up. There's going to be one on January 3rd. That's the Pearly Parker Band. And if you don't know who the Pearly Parker Band is, they're a Grateful Dead cover band.
Yep.
Do you like the Grateful Dead? I don't know if I know a song. I'm sure if I heard it, I would be like, oh, I know this song, but I don't know it's them.
I'm with you. But the Deadheads, they're like, people love that band. You know? They have a strong following. So
yeah, and Pearly Parker is actually Pearly Parker. Oh no, Pearly Baker. Did I say Parker before, or I said Baker? I don't know. I said Parker before.
Pearly Baker.
Okay, Pearly Baker band. Sorry about that. Mateo's our intern is here helping us, and he just mouthed to me, you said Parker. Thanks, Mateos. All right, let me just start that over. Pearly Baker Band at the Narrows, 8 p.m., January 3rd, $30 in advance, $32 day. Grateful Dead cover band, and they're celebrating their 40th anniversary.
Yep.
Again, that's Pearly Baker Band.
Yep, that's it. And then they got another show on January 17th at 7:30. N-Train?
Never heard of N-Train. What do they do? What
High Energy World Beat Rock.
What is World Beat? High Energy World Beat.
Let's see. Percussion driven, grooves and dance ready originals. How's that? Sounds fun.
Sure, it sounds fun.
Sounds fun to me.
Listen, I can have a good time.
Yeah.
If the beat is good, that's all I need.
Then the one thing you don't want any more of, but sounds like a good time, is Rent. In concert, it's going to be...
I don't get your joke.
You don't get it? Or it wasn't funny? I'm okay with it wasn't funny.
What do you mean I don't want any more of it? Is paying rent?
Yeah.
Well, I own a house.
Okay, not you. I'm talking to the viewers as well, the listeners.
I thought you meant me specifically. That's why I didn't get your joke. That one failed.
Okay.
You know what we need? We gotta learn how to do sound effects.
We need some buttons that
womp womp.
Yeah, exactly. So, everyone was probably doing that in their car. Anyways,
They were.
Rent is let's see, concert performance of rock musical Rent. So it's a musical. Okay. So,
I know what Rent the musical is.
Right.
That's why I was confused by your joke.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
I thought you were saying I didn't want any more of Rent the musical.
Of course, you want more Rent the musical. You don't want to pay any more rent.
Okay, I get that.
Oh, we got to move on because that was...
Listen, do you like Rent? Have you ever seen Rent?
No.
I've never seen it either. I know that one song. They sing the Rent cover song in The Office, Ian.
What is it?
When Michael is leaving and they surprise him and they sing that however many days. I don't know. They change it. It's the song about the...
Okay, that's from Rent?
500,000.
Yeah.
I don't know the lyrics to it. 6 minutes.
Yeah.
How many days you've been...
Yes, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. But I don't know like the days and the hours and the minutes or whatever. Yeah.
So when they sang that in The Office when Michael was leaving. Fun office fact.
Yep.
Do you know this? Let's see.
Let's see.
Michael Scott who is Steve Carell, played him. Steve Carell, the actor, did not know that they were going to do that. So what you see, this is what I learned on the Office Ladies pod, because I love my Office Ladies podcast. The cast surprised him by singing that song. So the emotions that you see Steve Carell reacting to as Michael are actual emotions.
I also heard that on the same, I believe it's the same episode, when Jim Halpert John Krasinski goes into his office to confront him about it being his last day.
Yes.
Because he tells everybody tomorrow is going to be Steve Carell's last day.
Yes.
But he's not going to come back. He doesn't want to say goodbyes. So John Krasinski goes into his office, and I understand that is also a surprise to Steve.
Really?
Yeah, and he tears up a bit, and they're both tearing up if I remember. I
That's
hope that's
an
true.
emotional
I saw it the
episode.
other day online, but you know how that goes.
And Jen, since this is now becoming an office podcast, that's what we're doing here. Jenna Fisher, when she who played Pam Beasley Halpert, when she hugs Michael, she chases him down at the airport.
Yeah, yes.
She said what she said to him, because you don't know what she says. The mics are off. She said she'll never share, but it was a very intimate moment between them as friends, which I think is lovely.
Wow.
Anyway, that's the end. That concludes our office podcast today.
All right. This next one sounds fun, though. Never Quit Wrestling, the Fall River Rumble.
Are you participating in this?
Maybe I should. I don't know. Saturday, January 31st at 7 p.m. at the VFW, Post 486 Bedford Street in Fall River. So that's a ticket. It's family-friendly pro wrestling show. It's going to be an independent wrestling super show with local regional wrestlers, storylines, and crowd interactive matches, which is pretty fun.
Wow.
Love wrestling. Yeah, that should be a good time.
Are you into wrestling? I don't think I knew that about you.
Not like super. I don't necessarily follow. I loved it as a kid, and it's always, I think, entertaining to tune in a little bit here and there.
Were you like a Hulk Hogan fan as a kid? I feel like that's the only one I would really enjoy. Well, what about Andre the Giant? Wasn't he a...
That was a little before me.
He's so young.
John Cena, I think, was like coming in when I was young.
John Cena. What's that thing he does? You
can't see me?
Is that what he does? Oh, it's
Say something like that?
It's not this.
That's Single Ladies, I think.
Oh my God, it is Single Ladies. I'm doing Beyonce.
Moving over to Marion. The South Coast Chamber music series, Winter Fire.
Now, let's say this is not a one South Coast Chamber event.
Right.
It sounds like it, because we were a little confused when we read it yesterday.
Yep.
So South Coast Chamber music. It's chamber music, I
Yes.
believe is what it
Yeah.
is. That's done by the New Bedford Symphony Orchestra.
Right.
So it is not affiliated with us. Just so people know, so they're not calling and saying, "How do I get tickets to this?"
Right.
You can visit nbsymphony.org for information, or again, you can visit our website at onesouthcoast.com/SouthCoast Scoop. But that's 3 to 5 p.m. on the 31st of January at St. Gabriel's Episcopal Church.
Yeah, Marion, that should be fun.
Yeah.
And then, you want to hit the next one?
So let's move into Mattapoisett.
Yeah.
Harlem Wizards. They're at Old Rochester Regional High School. It's Monday, the 26th of January, 12626, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Doors will open at 5:30 at ORR. It's $30 admission, and these are the world-famous Harlem Wizards.
Yeah, so they'll do dunks, tricks, dribbling, all kind. They put on. That's like such a fun show.
Wait, are they
Similar to the Globe?
Globetrotters,
No,
or did they
no.
change their name?
No, I don't. I think it's similar idea as the Globetrotters. But
And they're both from Harlem? Because it was the Harlem Globetrotters,
yeah,
right?
of course. I think that's the connection there.
You know, every time do you remember like the little whistle song they had? It was like when they would have commercials when the Harlem Globetrotters were coming around when we were kids. I can't whistle it right now because it'll be terrible, but I'm going to play it for you later.
Okay, all right.
But that's what people listening who know what I'm talking about I guarantee they're whistling it right now.
All basketball fans and non-basketball fans, they put on they're going to put on a fun show. I was looking at the website earlier, watching some videos.
Can you spin a ball?
Oh, of course I can spin a ball. Come on.
Of course I can.
Come on.
That was a wow.
You can go around the arms, on the finger, change fingers, whatever you need.
Wow.
Yep. I can do it on your finger.
Oh, wow. Not with my nails. You can't do it with a nail.
No, maybe not. Maybe your knuckle. No.
Okay. All right.
We'll
Next
bring
time,
a ball
bring
for
a
next time.
basketball.
Yep.
Okay. So, Harlem Wizards. That should be fun. That sounds like a nice family fun event.
This one's a good one.
This is
Mind if I take this one?
Go for it,
All right.
sir.
So the 30th annual Moby Dick Marathon. So are you aware of the Moby? Are you familiar with
am.
it? Okay. This is like from what I understand, is an all-weekend event. So January 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Which is the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On the Saturday starts at noon, a 25-hour reading of Moby Dick, which is the Herman Melville novel based out of New Bedford.
Yep.
Hunting Moby Dick. So they have guest readers, and you can come in. There's going to be there's food options and different things, activities going on throughout the weekend. And if you want to listen in, they have a very specific schedule for the 25-hour reading that will start on Saturday at noon and go throughout the night.
And they usually have some type of celebrity. I mean, it's a lot of people. I think the mayor does a passage. Yep. They have people. I think it's a very sought after position to be able to read.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think people can bid on it, but I know that they've had celebrities in the past. Somebody who I've been in touch with recently is Karen Parsons, who is a local resident who, if you don't know who Karen Parsons is, you will when I tell you.
Okay.
She played Hilary Banks on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, really?
Yes, she lives locally. She is the loveliest. She splits her time between here and California. But I had been in touch with her about being a Chowderfest judge. And unfortunately, she was going to be away. But she is just fantastic. And I got in touch with her because the Whaling Museum had her as a celebrity reader last year.
Yeah, I know all the readers have been, I don't know if you want to say sold out or selected. Registration has been full for that for some time now. But that's a really cool event.
Have you been to
I have
reading?
been. I haven't listened to the whole 25 hours of it.
Yeah.
But when I was looking at this beforehand, I was like, I gotta take another read of Moby Dick again. It's been a while.
Now let me ask you this, because I've never been.
Yep.
Wait, you've actually read Moby Dick cover to cover?
I think like high school, I probably read a little bit of reading and the Cliff Notes.
I would have read. I don't know if we had to read in high school, but if I did, I read only the Cliff Notes. I'm willing to bet.
Yeah.
Do they still exist? Mateos, do Cliff Notes still exist? Cliff's Notes, I think, is actually how.
Cliff Notes.
No, it's Cliff's Notes.
Cliff's?
It's the notes of Cliff.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yes.
Do you
know what that is, Mateos? No, he doesn't
they have
know.
AI, so they don't need Cliff Notes anymore.
Mateos is a high school senior.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly, AI. Well, Cliff's Notes were Cliff's. We all say Cliff Notes. I know we do, but I'm almost positive it's Cliff's Notes.
I think Cliff's Notes was the website for Cliff Notes.
No, I think you're wrong.
All right,
I'm going to Google it while you move on to the next thing.
So
wait, my question about Moby Dick is, what happens, like 25 hours is a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 25 hours like around the clock, is it? Like people aren't reading at 1 a.m.
Yeah, I think so.
What?
Yeah. It's 25
and it
hours
takes
straight.
25 hours to read this book? Is that what?
Yeah.
I know it's a big book.
Well, and people are reading it out loud, so you know how sometimes when you read a novel, you're in your head and you read
you
pretty
can
quickly.
kind of,
If you're reading out loud, it's, I think, a bit much slower. So, yeah, no, I understand. 25 hours straight.
So what's happening? Excuse me, one moment, please. My Google search says Cliff's.
No, that's the website, though.
What does that say right there? That image says Cliff's Notes. This is the cover of a book. I'm going to turn. I don't know if I can turn this around so everyone can see. This is a book. It's called Cliff's Notes. It's the actual. Let me see. Let me see. I don't know if it's going to work. It's going to be backwards. But that is Cliff's, as in ownership, '(s) notes.
All right. Someone
Notes.
correct us here.
Nobody
now
needs to correct.
Now you're going to make me look on the fly. Cliff.
I just Googled it.
Yeah, but that's the website for
No,
Cliff
it's not.
Notes.
That's the book, Ian. We're getting in a fight, guys. Right here. Let's see. What's this?
Okay, you might be right.
I am right.
All right.
I know I'm right. Because
Okay.
I'm a genius when it comes to these
I thought
things.
that was like, let me think. I'm trying to think of an example. Like,
like what?
Google it. It's like you're referring to the Google website. You mean like search it, or
Yes.
Kleenex. You know what I mean?
Band-Aid.
Yeah, exactly. But you might be right.
Okay. Anyway, all right, so what's happening while people are reading? Is there other stuff going on?
I think they're, depending on the time, they've built out an impressive schedule. So I think like in the middle of the night, there's not other things happening, but I do think they have like dinners and breakfast and stuff going on throughout the weekend. So if you don't want to just sit there and listen, I think there are other activities. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
People come over from all over the world too for that. There's like
Well, the Whale House, where he is located in New Bedford, where it's Herman Melville's sister, I believe, lived there, and that's where he stayed and he got. I don't know if he wrote part of the book there or he got the inspiration there.
That's a fun fact.
It's a Airbnb. I've been to it.
Oh, really?
I went to, my friend rented it out. My friend Kristen.
Is downtown New Bedford?
It's, I want to say it's on, oh shoot, I can't think of the name of it. It's a street It's kind of near St. Luke's, but behind County Street. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Sort of the West End, probably.
But it's an Airbnb. You can actually rent this out for events, or if you want to stay there. I went to an event there that my friend Kristen, who's one of our chamber members, she had an event there, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful old historic house that's been updated very nicely. It's on Madison Street in New Bedford.
All right.
So, there's a little bit of
cool
New Bedford history in tying it back into Moby Dick.
You want to take us back to the zoo?
That's a lot of talk about a whale.
Yes.
Okay, Toe Jam Puppet Band. They're having winter shows at the zoo on select Mondays all throughout January. Showtimes are 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. And Toe Jam Puppet Band, we talked about them last time. They're a pretty big deal. High energy.
I did some research after our last conversation. So I was on their website. They cover all of New England.
Okay.
And they travel 25 members in their band. 25-piece band doing all sorts of different instruments and singing.
Like a kazoo.
Everything.
I mean, that's a lot of instruments. So xylophones.
I don't know. Don't call me out on the instruments.
Well, now I want to know because 25 people.
Pull them up.
That's a huge band.
Yeah, it is. I remember seeing them. I think it was at the Whaling Museum, and it was impressive how many.
Wow.
They had. So
I love a great ensemble.
Yeah. While you look that up, I'll bring us over to the Zeiterion Theater, which is going to be a huge deal. They're finally reopening after some major renovations. So their grand reopening celebration is going to be on Saturday, January 17th. From 2 to 7 at the Z, of course, downtown New Bedford. It's a ticketed event, different levels of tickets depending on what you're looking for. But it's going to be a festive reopening event for the newly renovated Zeiterion, performances, behind-the-scenes stories, and showcases of the updated theater.
I can't wait. So I've been able to take 2 tours of the Progress. You came with me on one of them the last time we were there. And there was a lot of work to do, but you could see a lot of it taking shape.
Yes, oh my goodness.
It's going to be an incredible space.
Yeah.
I know the Chamber, we have one event booked there for the end of February for all the Massachusetts Chambers, actually, execs are coming to this. And that's going to be a great space. They have smaller event spaces that you'll be able to rent out.
Right.
They have larger ones. I believe you can rent out the actual theater itself if you're doing something big. It's going to be really incredible. They've made it all ADA accessible because being an old building, it was not compliant. The bathrooms have all gotten major upgrades. So if you are a woman and you have ever been to the Zeiterion, you know that during intermission you are waiting in a very long line at the bathroom. Ladies, you're going to love the new bathroom.
Yes.
There will no longer be waits.
Yeah. I didn't realize what a problem that was when we got the tour and there was a round of applause from the women in the tour group. I was like, dang, this must be a big
upgrade. The ladies' room was always bad.
It was beautiful, though.
When my sister was pregnant, I remember being there for a show, and she was very pregnant at the time, and being a pregnant woman, you have to go to the bathroom frequently when that baby is on your bladder, and people were not letting us through, and I think eventually I said go in the men's room because there was no line there.
Yeah. That checks
so you
out.
got to do what you got to do.
Yep.
All right, real quick, back to Toe Jam Puppet Band. This is interesting. They use creative homemade instruments from everyday items like mustard bottles, coconut sticks, and paper mache bagels.
Wow.
I know what paper mache is. I don't understand what a paper mache bagel is.
Nor do I. A bagel made out of paper mache, I would think.
But I don't understand how that makes sense.
I don't know. Do you mind if I click this?
Go for it.
Look, there was a picture on here I wanted to show you.
Oh, go 8.
It's not great podcasting, but
this is terrible. We're terrible. If you're still listening, thank you for being with us today. I feel like
maybe it was on their Facebook page.
We'll find it. Anyway, Toe Jam Puppet Band, they're great. The Zeiterion, they're great.
Yep.
We have so many.
There's going to be another show real quick, January 24th. Get the Lead Out at the Z, the American Led Zeppelin show at 8 p.m. At the Z. Nationally touring Led Zeppelin tribute band performing a set of faithful, high-energy classics. So that's going to be one of the great first shows.
Do you like Led Zeppelin?
Not really. Again, not really.
Do you not?
I don't dislike them. That's an epic band, like legendary music. So no, I'm not like
They do have legendary music, and again, this song. How do you say it? Is it Dire Make? I don't know. It's spelled D''YER MAK''ER. I don't know if it's pronounced Dire Maker or whatever. That is maybe one of the only Led Zeppelin songs that I really know, and I love it.
Stairway to Heaven?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot to say that. See, this is the thing. I'm like, oh, yeah. All right, Stairway. But that's a really long song.
Yeah.
I like quicker songs.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, that's a good one. That's my favorite Led Zeppelin song, in case anybody was interested in finding that out. Okay, so they'll be at the Z on January 24th, 8 p.m. So visit Zeiterion.org for your tickets. Rehoboth, Capture the Stars, Astrophotography.
Yeah,
with
that
Peter
sounds pretty cool.
Cardosi, Saturday, January 17th. It's an evening event, obviously, because the stars need to be out.
Yep.
And it's being hosted by the Rehoboth Land Trust.
Free
to
event.
attend.
Yep.
Learn how to photograph the night sky. That is pretty cool.
That is, because I feel like so many times there's a beautiful night sky or sunset, you take a picture with your phone and you look at it, it's like, that does not do it justice.
Yeah, you've got to have your phone. If you have an iPhone, you've got to use the night mode, and even then it's not always great.
So you'll learn how to do it.
In attending
this is going to be pretty cool.
All right. The New Year. What happens every year on Christmas and New Year's Eve, Ian? If you are a couple, let's say you're a young couple.
Okay.
What's a big thing that happens around the holidays every year?
Proposals.
You got it. So, the people who do the South Coast Grand Wedding Expo are pretty smart.
Yes.
Because just after the New Year,
Right.
on Sunday, January 11th, it's the Grand Wedding Expo at Venus de Milo from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I remember going to that when I was newly engaged. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, and this was 2010, I probably went, or 2011. Weddings have changed a lot since I got married. There's a million more things you can do now.
Yep.
So if you are looking for ideas, even if you don't
Right.
you're looking for something.
Find a lot of local vendors, photographers,
yes.
DJs, everything you need
Videographers,
kind of in one place. Probably takes a lot of
florists.
stress out of the wedding planning. Get
It
a lot of it
does.
done, in one spot.
It does. So it's a free pass, or if you want to be a VIP, it's $54. I don't know what the VIP entails, but you can visit allevents.in/Swansea for that, or again, onesouthcoast.com/SouthCoast Scoop. All right, let's go over the border.
All right, back over to Tiverton. A candlelight concert, Vivaldi and Mozart. Tiverton Four Corners. Yeah.
I love Tiverton Four Corners. I took you through there.
Oh,
recently.
is that what that was? Okay,
Yes.
Tiverton. Yeah, that's a beautiful spot.
After we filmed recorded our last podcast, I took Ian on a whole Fall River tour, and then we went into Tiverton, and we went right to Four Corners.
That was such a cool spot over there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful over there. So this is going to be at the Meeting House at Tiverton Four Corners.
Yep. And it looks like they've got a few ticketed options: bronze $30, silver $35, gold for $40, or platinum for $70.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Candlelit chamber. Oh, and here's another chamber concert.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Again, not one South Coast chamber. This is strictly in the musical sense.
Yep.
And it'll be featuring works of Vivaldi and Mozart and the historic Meeting House. That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
And what a nice, cozy thing to do on a winter night.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, and then staying in Tiverton, Winter Farmers Market.
Yep.
On Sunday the 18th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. over at Tiverton Middle School. They have 50-plus vendors, and they have local produce, baked goods, prepared foods. I've been to that before.
Yeah, free to enter, which is pretty nice.
Free to enter, yep. And then you're supporting small local businesses, which we love. That's always something that we are huge proponents of at the chamber.
Absolutely.
Especially during the holidays. It's not just Small Business Saturday, it's Small Business season.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
Shop small, shop local whenever you can.
Yep.
Help
Shop
support
often, exactly.
people in our communities.
Exactly. This is a good one.
Okay.
Knights of Columbus Free Throw Championship. So on Sunday, January 18th at the Wareham Multi-Service Center Gym at 48 Marion Road in Wareham is going to be a youth basketball free throw contest for ages 9 to 14, sponsored by the Knights of Columbus.
You're not going to try and sneak in and pass as like a 14-year-old, are you?
I could try, maybe shave. I don't know. I'd have to do some serious work. I'm not sure how the kids are doing their hair these days, but
Mateos is just out of that range. He's a few years out of it.
He's not just out of that range. Come on.
Mateos, you're 17, correct? Yeah, he's 17. But how Mateos wears his hair is how every teenage young man I know wears their hair.
Okay.
So I think if you just didn't do your flip and you kind of combed
Scruffed
it down.
Okay. Took the New Year's Eve hat off. Okay.
I don't know. Can you rock it, Mateos? You think he can?
This isn't going to help me get into a 9 to 14-year-old free throw championship.
I can see you getting very competitive.
That said, I didn't do all that work, and I definitely could not win a free throw shooting contest anymore.
Larry Bird?
Not anymore. Not even back in the day. Who am I kidding? If you were my friend back in high school, you know I wasn't going to win that.
No? Well, you talk a big basketball game, Mr. Trombly.
I can spin a ball on my finger, but scoring it, that's a different story.
Well, I think that about wraps it up for January. So what happens is if we find out of any other events that come up in the meantime, we'll continue to add them to our website.
Right.
At SouthCoast.
And if you have events coming up in February you want us to talk about, let us know. How can they reach us?
They can always email us at info@onesouthcoast.com. Yeah, because this is the thing. Again, we want to say you do not have to be a chamber member for us to feature you on here. Before we do our sign off, should we give a little teaser about what our next podcast is going to be about? Because we've got that in the works right now. Ian's blanking.
I get. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Is that it? You're sniffing what you're stepping in. Okay.
That was a gross one. So basically, one of the things that our monthly edition of this podcast is going to be events and happenings along the South Coast. Right. Okay. We will have bonus episodes from time to time, and that will be of us popping up at random places along the South Coast. So we are currently working out a date with our friends.
Are you going to say who it is?
Should I say?
I think we should leave it a surprise.
Okay.
If you want to say it, go ahead.
Oh, I don't know.
I kind of think we should leave it as a surprise.
Okay, so how are we going to say this? So basically, there is a new hot spot on the South Coast. Okay.
Yep.
All right, I like this. We'll leave suspenseful.
Yep.
Look at Mateo's is hanging on my every word right now.
Yeah, totally.
Like, what are they talking about?
He's just tired.
I know. He's like, this, guys, I'm never coming to help you again. This has been so boring. Okay, so there's a new hot spot on the South Coast. We had the pleasure of going there the other day. We had a fabulous time.
Yep.
And we have spoken to the owner, who is always wonderful to us at the chamber. And we're going to go and we're going to do a, I don't want to say a live version, but we're going to do an on-site version of this podcast.
A special edition episode. Highlighting this space and what they're doing. And we will hopefully continue to do that here and there for new spaces opening or events happening or, something you want to highlight. We want this to be, kind of think of it, bringing this kind of show on the road and highlighting some places, not just talking about them once a month. So.
SouthCoast Scoop, the Road Show.
Yeah, okay.
Which is maybe what we're going to call it. I don't know. Road Show edition.
Let us know if you have any ideas.
Yes, we're welcoming any and all ideas.
Yeah.
But this is going to be fun. So if this is something that we're going to be offering. So if you are opening a new business, and I don't want to give too much away, but for the most part, this will be it's going to be focused more on like event type of spaces.
Yeah, a thing to do, a place to go.
Yes,
experience maybe.
Right, because there's lots of new businesses that open, and it may not be the right fit for this podcast, but we do have other shows on our podcast channel that it will be a right fit for. So we want to make sure that we are including every time. Sorry, I just kicked you. That we're including. No
one would have ever known. You ouched yourself there.
I'm very polite. I can't kick you and not apologize. So there will be something to feature every type of business there is. Yep. But for SouthCoast Scoop, it's going to be something that is for everyone.
Yeah.
The whole family can go. And have a good time. So I think we can say this is. Should we say the type of establishment that we're
think
going?
We've left
it. But I think I kind of just said it.
I don't think you did.
I'm pretty sure I literally just said the word, but.
Did you?
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Oust yourself.
I'm not gonna say where. I'm just gonna say that there's a hot restaurant that we went to.
Hot restaurant we went to. Yes.
Because that's what essentially we're going to be doing when we're visiting these places. Okay. Yep. We've rambled on enough, Ian.
That's all right.
People are sick of us.
Yeah. Well,
hopefully
you got a whole month to wait. Well, maybe not with this road show. We'll hopefully talk to you sooner than the end of January or so to talk about February events.
Yeah, we're planning on doing that probably mid to late January once we work out the scheduling. But that'll be fun. We're going to have all our podcast equipment with us, and we'll film it there and record at the same time.
Yeah,
and we'll do some interviews with the staff.
A little more in-depth look about one of these new things happening on the South Coast.
Yeah.
So
we'll have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. Why don't we close it out there?
All right, sir.
Thank you for joining us today on the One South Coast Chamber podcast. the South Scope.
All right.
So close.
Cut. Start over.
Thank you for joining us today on the One South Coast Chamber podcast, the SouthCoast Scoop edition.
Make sure to follow, subscribe, and rate the show wherever you get your podcasts. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok at One South Coast Chamber for daily updates. Don't forget to visit onesouthcoast.com/SouthCoastScoop for a list of all the events we talked about today and more. And lastly, one more time, to feature your business on the pod, any one of the pods, email us at info@onesouthcoast.com. Happy New Year, everybody.